Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome. Welcome back to Touhou World Cup 2021, where we have a lot going on today. We have a match which has so many different things going on, so many different play styles, so many different things, different ideas coming together. This is going to be really exciting. And as usual, we have the team here to help us. So let's switch up the audio right now. Stream audio on for you.
運がないのがいいことなのか悪いのか、さあどっちでしょうか。どっちでしょうか。
Hero's laugh is up. Let's put that down a bit. Right then, let's bring in the commentators, shall we?
ここで大当たりを引いていきたいところなんですよ。ひどかったですね。
Let's bring him in.
ひどかったなマジで。
Hello, hello.
Hello, everyone.
What's up, Maribel? How you doing?
I'm alright. I'm excited.
Yep, I'm
いや
excited
死ぬ。
too. There we go. There's our stuff. And what's up, THK? How you
一
doing?
発買っとりは
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, okay, hear you. Loud and
そん
clear.
なんでいいのか。
I was panicking because my microphone was acting up
いい
again.
のか。
Alright then, let's hope it doesn't do that during the match.
まあまあまあまあ。大
Yeah.
足に大足に
Yeah.
あるし。
You're sounding fine just now. Everything seems okay.
食べたくねえって。
Yep. So far, so good. Let's just let me know if it, acts up.
Yeah, we'll let you know. Don't worry.
ああもう。
Alright then, so
ちょやめて
this
も
is
ら
a
って。
really interesting match we've got today, Maribel and THK, isn't it? Because we've got three very different players. They're playing three very different shots.
あ、まあやべ。調子乗り
Yeah.
すいませんでした。
Yeah, very much so.
Yo, Hero's going in.
Yeah, so what we're expecting is for Ray to play spring. We're expecting ZKY to play winter, which it looks like they're practicing that right now. And Hiro, we're expecting to play autumn. The system is relatively the same for all three seasons, but the way that they're used is like really, really different.
Yeah, and all of them, they gain score in the same way, but they gain score in the same way, but how they are used is very, very different.
Yes.
So we should talk about that a little bit before the match gets started.
Yeah, so basics for how the mechanics work is PIV, it depends entirely on bullet canceling. Using a release and letting bullets hit that release will cancel the bullet and give you a PIV item. And how much PIV you get actually depends on the release, on the level of the release when you use it. A level 6 giving you the highest, a level 1 giving you the least.
Yeah, so at the start we're going to be seeing all the players save up for level 6 releases and then use them to build up their PIV. Because it's important because the PIV is... The PIV maxes out very early on in this game, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. For autumn, it'll max out the fastest, and then I believe spring and then winter for the seasons that we're using today. And a really, really important thing to note is starting in this game, every PIV item that you collect is worth 1/10 of your max PIV. So at 500,000 PIV, every bullet will be worth 50,000 score. And on Lunatic, there's a lot of bullets to cancel, so that will get scores really big, really, really fast.
Yes, it will. And that's what we're going to be seeing, especially as the game goes on. Normally the PIVs max out fairly early on in stage 3. Is generally when they max out for all the different seasons.
Yes. Also, it is worth noting that each player we are expecting to not only use a different season, but also a different character. Since ZKY is actually using Reimu, Ray is likely going Aya, and Hiro is likely going Risa.
Hold up. We're not seeing Reimu here, we're seeing Aya.
Oh, he's going Aya now?
We're going Aya.
That's
I was pretty sure he
interesting.
was using Reimu previously.
I was expecting him to use Reimu as well.
I was expecting Reimu as well, but we're not getting Reimu. We're getting Aya.
Is he considering to switch? Or?
Maybe.
It is a prudent choice.
Aya's going to give a lot less ice score than Reimu is, so this might just be a this might be like a consistency pick.
It may well be.
And Hiro's going with Reimu.
Hiro going Reimu? For real? This would be a massive surprise.
Reimu.
These character considerations are interesting, for sure.
Character considerations are very unusual.
I think we should explain why the character matters so much. So Aya is considered to be the best for scoring because of both her bomb and her speed. Her bomb usually just sits in one area when you use it, but it still allows her to move full speed. So she can.
Okay, never mind.
Okay.
We're getting Marisa. Marisa is the shot. So we were looking before and doing our research, digging up the information, and we were seeing Hiro had been grinding Marisa a lot.
Mm-hmm. So. Going back to the explanation, Aya's bomb lets her. She can actually direct it too, so like it'll move like left to right if she's moving left or right when she uses it, and she can still graze a whole lot when she uses her bomb. Graze will actually drop season items, and that's the main way that you can get your release level back up higher to get more score in PIV. Marisa, on the other hand, her Master Spark lasts a long time, but she moves really, really slow as a result, and she can't really get away from the damage that it does either.
Yep, that is true. Her speed is quite good, but the main thing that holds her back from scoring as high as Aya does is her bomb.
But as you can see with Hiro's high score, he's still got almost 9 billion with Marisa, so I mean, she scores less, but it's not that much less. Well, I say that relatively speaking compared to the other characters.
So it looks like Ray's still not playing?
Supposedly he's having tech problems with getting the timer on screen.
Oh, he's trying to get the timer on screen. All right. Okay. So yeah, Hiro is fighting Eternity right now, and the main thing on this fight is they graze her on her head, since it is actually really possible to just dodge her bullet pattern up there by making one quick sidestep at each start of the pattern.
Yeah, you can see it. You can see Hiro going through them now.
Yep, it refills his season gauge really fast, so he is able to get in a lot of high-level releases for a lot of PIV gain right from the start right here.
Yeah, so intentional death there, nothing to worry about.
Yes.
Yeah, you're going to be seeing a lot of intentional, well, not a lot of intentional deaths, but you'll be seeing intentional deaths to refill bombs for later on.
Yeah. But meanwhile, on Hiro's screen, you can, ZKY's screen, you can see ZKY, he is greasing to fill up his release. Fill up all the way to level 6, and then wait for just the right moment, and then release it right on top of her. And it stays around for such a long time. And the idea is to... Oh, raise stream? Raise stream, alright, there we go, raise underway.
Okay.
That's good to see. Sorry, things are very hectic with a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
With a lot of stuff going on, 3 different score systems. It's a bit difficult to keep up, but
we're getting everything out of the way as best as we can.
Yep.
One thing that hasn't been mentioned yet that is universal and will be important later on, at least for Autumn, is that also starting in this game, once you reach max power, every single power item is treated as a point item. So when you pop at max PIV, all power items are also going to be worth 500,000 points.
Yeah, and 500,000 being the maximum point item value in this game. I mean, if you look at Hiro's screen right now, you can see he's 180,000 already. And when he reaches the Muno, you're going to be seeing that PIV go up very, very quickly.
Yes, the Nemuno fight with Autumn is basically it's insane.
Yeah, I would say it's insane with Spring as well.
To a lesser degree, yeah. Autumn gets like what 250, 300,000 PIV off of it.
It just maxes out with her.
In a best case scenario, yeah. Spring can get really close to that too. I'm not too sure about Winter though. I think Winter has to wait a little while longer to get closer to max out.
Yeah, it does wait a little bit longer, but not too much longer.
Also, it is worth noting that for Autumn, in general, there are in the first part of the game when they still have to raise their PIV to around max, they will be bombing and suiciding a certain amount in order to get high level releases which give more PIV. But when Hiro is getting close to maximum, he is going to stop doing that, and at that point you just want to constantly release, since when your PIV is already maxed out, the season level is irrelevant, since all you care about is the 50,000 points per bullet. So you want to just release everything in the game, essentially, with Autumn. And with Spring and Winter, this is quite a bit different, because they cannot move their releases around, which makes Autumn like pretty much just broken. It can release like everything in the game over and over and over again. And Spring and Winter, meanwhile, have to wait for specific sections or boss patterns where it's actually worth it to use their release. Where Winter is generally going to release on spawn points, since it is a small release that stays in one area. And
it stays in one area for a long time, especially if it's level 6.
Yes.
So you can see that release there on ZKY's screen. You've just stayed there for ages and just ate up all those bullets.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's wonderful.
Meanwhile, with Spring, the higher level the release is, the more of the screen area it covers. So you want to usually constantly get a level 5 or 6 release and just wait for really dense patterns and just get a whole bunch at once.
Yeah, so like when all the bullets are covering the whole screen, there's a lot of opportunities in stage 3, which give you that.
Which actually, I can't remember if it's stage 3 or stage 5 that has the biggest cash in for Spring.
I think the biggest single cash in is stage 3, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, definitely the section after the Lily White mid-boss fight in stage 3, where the screen just gets filled with lanes.
Oh, that's such an unfortunate death for Hiro there. That was definitely not intentional.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, that's not intentional, because
his PIV is a bit lower than what it should be right now.
Yeah, he has reached the point where he just wants to release at infinity.
Yeah, just start pressing. Well, I say just press C, but it is measured. You want to still press C in the right places as Autumn.
Yeah, that's because with Autumn release, the higher level that the the higher level that the release is, the longer your cooldown between releases actually is. So, like, if you want to use like a level 2 release, but instead you get, say, a level 4, you have to wait a lot longer to be able to release again, and sometimes that can just outright kill you if you're not careful.
Yeah, you need to be really careful and you need to always pay great attention to what exactly your season gauge is and how much refill you get from each pattern, so you are always aware of your cooldown, basically. Also, the concept of refills is quite important to talk about, since each release it not only gives you score, it also just generates new season items for you. The more bullets you cancel, the more season items you will get from that release, and if you get enough, you will be able to refill your season gauge by 1 or more levels, which lets you release again immediately. This is just called chain releasing, and this is basically what Autumn does the entire game. But in some cases with Spring and Winter, you will also want the chain release, but this is a lot tougher with those seasons since they can't move the releases around. So what they do in order to refill is they will Spring may use the brief iframes that you get when you start a release to quickly just sit in a spawn point to generate a lot of extra season items, which helps a lot in refilling the gauge quickly to go for chain releasing. And Winter, meanwhile, like what you're seeing right now on Lily White, you can sit next to a spawn point inside of your release, so you can't be hit by the bullets, but you are still grazing. And yeah, as you can see, he's like refilling to level 4 straight away on each Lily White wave. Meanwhile, Ray's doing Nemuno.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, the grazing on Nemuno is very interesting for Spring, because what happens is you want to release, and what he's going to do is spin around Nemuno, but he's not going to just spin around. He's going to spin around in a very specific way so that he catches the spawn points of all the villains.
Yeah, he's following the spawn points as he's circling around.
Yeah.
Yeah, ensures that you get the most grays and get your season release up as fast as you can.
Yep.
Yeah, and so as high a level as possible.
Yep. That grace is entirely memo, by the way. It certainly takes some practice, but it should be made easy once you get it down. You can remember where Nemuno's spawn points are and follow them as you circle around her, which should refill you to level 6, assuming you are using Aya's bomb.
Yeah, because another reason that we're seeing Aya and Marisa, I guess, is their move speed. Their move speed is like Aya being the fastest character in the game and Marisa being the second fastest, only just behind.
Yeah.
That allows them to either, if you're using Autumn, move around more and cancel more bullets, or for other characters, move around more and graze more so you can fill up your releases faster. This is why these characters are so good. And combining that move speed with Aya's bomb, Aya is one of the best characters for scoring in this game. It's almost like she's made for it.
Aya is basically made for it, especially because of her bomb that she can aim away from the boss. So she's able to bomb and graze on boss fights without dealing damage to them, which is amazing. Oh, ZKY is doing this amazing strat on
yes.
Actually,
this is a really big and hard part with Winter. So pay attention.
Both Hiro and ZKY are on the same exact spell, actually.
Yep. They're synced. They're almost exactly synced, even like
exactly.
About the same.
Yeah, so that's another thing we haven't talked about. We haven't talked about the score potential for each of these seasons.
Yeah.
So Autumn does score the most, with Winter and Spring a fair bit behind. Winter does score more. Winter does score more than Spring, but of course we have the I-score system to level all that out for us. So right now Hiro is just going round and round, and ZKY is nailing these spawns. Got a really nice one there.
Yeah, you're really
enormous release on the stage 3 pink bullet section. These are pretty big.
Oh no, that's so sad.
3ゲージ
That sucks.
Yeah. So we should mention now that any death for Hiro, who's using Autumn here, once you max out your plan value as Autumn, you never want to die or bomb again.
Yeah,
No,
we mentioned that actually.
it's about a 25 million loss per death. Well, actually, probably closer to 30 million.
Yeah, like it is technically at least 25 million, since that is how much you lose from you not being at full power anymore, which means the power items are no longer point items and you have to get them back up. So that is the loss from dying in terms of power items. But if you die, you also basically always lose a release because you waste time dying when you could have released. So it basically just always loses more than 25 mil, but it's at least that.
Yeah. Yeah, dying once you're at max PIV with Autumn, it feels really bad. The other seasons, I believe, are still going to take some suicides because they still need to use their bombs to get more season release back.
Yeah,
Ray
that's right.
for enormous cancel.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that one.
That is huge.
Plus 77? Yeah, that's a pretty good one.
Yeah,
that's Spring's biggest cancel. Spring's going. Normally in this game we see.
Hiro died when you red
died again.
Oh, that is not a spot that you want to die at.
That's not a spot you want to die in. Definitely not.
Yeah.
That spot is like a lot harder than it looks too.
Yeah, it is.
It's definitely quite hard to like actually.
So Ray doing this strat here. Look at Ray's screen now. He is going to try and stay inside these rings as long as he can, but he does have to go out eventually because he doesn't want to kill on early, which I think he just did. That didn't look right.
That, yeah.
Yeah, that looked like too quick of a kill.
Yeah, that was definitely too quick of a kill from Ray there.
Yeah, you want nons to last as long as possible so you can cancel as many bullets as possible. Same on the spells. Right, so right now he's making use of his release iframes to get grace, like right after he releases, so he can chain release this non.
Yeah, so he's going in and then going up.
Unfortunately, died there though.
That didn't look intentional, but it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, certainly didn't look intentional because he was like chain releasing the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think generally there isn't really any spots where you want to die during this. Yeah. Oh, actually, no. He does need to die because he needs to use bombs during on Spinal.
Yes, it is quite different from the autumn season, since with spring and winter, in some cases you still want to bomb or even die, even in the late game, because they will also need some bombs in order to poke sections. And this is and the reason they need to do that is because unlike autumn, they're not releasing literally the entire game, and releasing is itself a POC. So autumn just POCs everything because it releases everything. But with spring and winter, you have to you also have to poke manually. So sometimes they will use bombs for that.
Sometimes well. All right, so coming up on the Rumi here.
Yeah.
This is one of the big score game bosses in the game.
Yep, Narumi is definitely quite big. Like no matter which season you are using, she is always going to be worth quite a lot. Like for winter, you can also just sit in the safe spots and get some sweet spawn point cancels there. And with spring, instead, what you do is you fill up using the safe spot to a high level, and you can cancel the whole screen then, which will be full of amulets.
This will be, and On, of course, just releases everything. As you can see, he's just going all around the screen, eating up all these bullets.
You're also going to see them use oh, I guess Hiro's not going for it, but you can still sit in the safe spot during her second and third nons, like you see ZKY doing.
I don't think it's necessary as on, but with
yeah, Winter is going for it right now, though. ZKY is going for it.
Yeah, ZKY is going for it. Look at ZKY go right now. Yeah.
Because with Winter, you basically just have to go for it, since you have to cancel the spawn points, while with Autumn, you can just go for a safer backup strat where you circle around her from the outside.
Oh wow, what is this strat? He was using
cap on this cards.
Oh, okay. Right. Yeah. But yeah. It's definitely not necessary as Autumn.
It's not necessary now, but I do think it gives a little bit extra score.
Yeah, it's a little bit, essentially. There just aren't many bullets on this card. This third non, though, is really sweet for Winter.
Yeah, this third non is really good because it never stops firing. And if you get the boss on, and if the boss moves just right, it'll sit in your release for the whole time, and you won't have a problem. You just watch your score go up.
Oh, that was not a good
Another unintentional death from Hiro, though.
Yep,
yeah, Hiro does not want any deaths from stage 3 onward.
No, he doesn't.
Meanwhile, Ray is going for cancels on like the spam section before Narumi. There it is. There is another one.
There's another one, yep.
And then he's bombing to refill. Probably also for Narumi.
Yep, definitely for Narumi. Because you would want to... Even though Ray can't take advantage of spawn points or anything like that, he is going to be taking advantage of all those bullets covering the entire screen. And cancelling all of them.
Yes. So he wants to wait until there are a lot of bullets all over the screen, and then he times the spring.
Yep, just like that. Perfect. That's a good one.
Hiro is on a really insane pace right now, by the way.
Let's see. Wow, he is on a very good pace right now.
Yeah, he has taken a few deaths, but still quite good, yeah.
Yeah. This is only just behind his PB. Hiro's on a very strong one right now.
Dang, and that would, with a few deaths too, that goes to show how strong the pace is.
I think Hiro's been in the lab. I think we were looking at the iScore reports before this round, we were seeing just how good his runs were.
Yeah, Hiro is a really high level and also a very consistent player too.
Yeah, super consistent.
I think last year he was also able to clear the game like more than once.
4.2 billion into stage 5 is easily like, I want to say like around 8.5 billion pace or something.
Yeah, that's what I would think as well.
Yeah, it could be even higher, honestly. It could well go higher.
Yeah, like definitely mid-high 8 bill.
Yeah. Now let's see what kind of pace is Ray on. So on look at my stuff here.
Meanwhile, oh, ZKY just died like instantly there, but he's making use of it to like sit there with iframes and plant a winter release in there.
Yeah,
I think the death there was probably intentional.
Yeah, that's 100% intentional.
Yes, he was making use of it, definitely.
Yep.
Since I don't think it is possible to like sit inside there without dying, so he was using that death to be able to plant a winter release like right inside there.
Another unfortunate death from Hiro.
Yeah, another one. But it's not happening too badly.
Ah, yeah. So, this section is really juicy with Autumn as well.
Yeah. So look at
absolutely.
So look at the Ruby's final spell here. Winter and Spring can't really do anything on it. You'll normally see Winter and Spring runs just bomb the spell and get it out of the way.
Yeah, they kind of just get trolled there. And it's the same thing with Winter on stage sections. There's just barely anything that you can do there. So Winter just has to use them to refill and wait for the bosses. Since those are the big gains for
Ray's on a very good run as well now.
He is.
Mm-hmm.
まあね
Ray
Spring,
having a...
meanwhile,
あれ
just
って
go,
はあ
Spring goes for really big cash-ins on the stage portions.
We didn't mention it, by the way, but Stage 5 has a lot of revenge bullets, as people like to call them, where you'll kill an enemy and then they fire bullets after that.
That's not 5.7 base, I don't think. I think that's a mistake in the chats right there.
From
Ray's on 5.7?
ZKY.
Laser section coming up.
Yeah, I'm not...
Gonna be quite big.
Oh yeah, this is huge.
Yeah, that's another big one. Right, we'll check. I'm gonna check Ray splits out here. Meanwhile, we can talk. Why don't you talk about lasers? Like, why don't you talk about lasers in this game? Because there's gonna be a lot of them coming up on the Stage 5 boss right here.
Yes,
Yeah.
we need to explain lasers. Like,
Yeah.
lasers, you should... Wait.
Go ahead.
Alright. Yeah, so lasers, you should see them as basically a string of bullets instead of a single bullets. While it is possible to just erase a laser from the screen when you use a release, this is not what you want to do. What they're doing here, like what Winter is doing right now on this final spell, is they're getting enormous gains by letting the lasers go into the release, which is essentially just making a lot of bullets go inside the release, which constantly generates items and gives an insane amount of score.
Yeah, and that little nuance there is extremely important for scoring on this final spell.
I think this spell is probably the biggest cash-in for Winter.
Yes, this and also the laser card on the on fight. Unfortunately, though, he kind of messed it up there, since he wasn't quite able to chain level 6s, since that is what you want to do ideally. You just set the Winter release right in front of the lasers, let the lasers go inside of it, and it gives you so many items that it refills you to level 6 instantly. So as long as you don't like die or do it wrong with the placement and such, you should be refilling to level 6 every wave.
Being pointed out in chat here, ZKY is on 1 life. And that's his last life as well.
Scary.
There's no more score extends here.
Yeah, these lower level
I just died on this pattern.
Oh yeah. Like yeah, these lower level what's the word? These lower level scoring seasons are, I shouldn't say level. These lower scoring seasons generally use a lot more resources to
Charge up
to
the
score as high as they do. Yeah. So like in a best case scenario for Autumn, for example, you just have max lives through the whole game. These other seasons can't do that, and that makes unintentional deaths a lot more potentially catastrophic, because it can just ruin your run.
Yes. So Hiro on Tango Frenzy here.
Yes.
He's going to be trying to...
Hero's doing the final spell, which with this season also gives a lot of score.
Yeah.
Since you can do the same laser milking strat.
So now we should talk a lot, and we should talk a lot about Okina. Because Okina is the biggest score cache in the game.
Absolutely. I don't know much for Winter on Okina specifically, but spells like this I imagine should give a lot, just because of the amount of lasers. Or I guess not.
No, you don't do this as Winter. You just kill it. Because what you want to do
You
is you want to
don't
get these
just
nods,
Winter
these juicy nods. Look at this. You want to direct the boss so that she moves right into your release.
Yes, where Winter cashes in is the nonce. Oh, he died!
Oh, that's such an unfortunate death. That is such an unfortunate death. Oh no,
He might game over now. Let's hope he still clears.
Let's hope it clears.
Yep. That would probably depend on Snowman or Winter Final.
Oh yes, absolutely it will.
Yeah. Alright, so...
Right, Ray into the final stage?
Yeah. Ray is pretty much on par with his PB right now. This is really good run from him. And same with Hiro as well. Both of them doing very, very well. This is them playing to their full potential right now. It's so good to see.
His non-spell is huge for Winter.
Yeah,
since
the Winter non, funnily enough.
6s here. It's just level 6 every wave and it gets enormous amounts of... Like, look at that cloud of items.
It's just white. It's just white, you can't see through it. You know?
Remember too, all those items in that cloud are worth 50,000 score.
And there's loads of them.
Yes.
Countless. Yeah.
All of them are 50k. And yeah, he is smart.
Yeah.
He was using his last bomb.
Snowman shake pieces he wants to clear.
Yeah.
I cannot blame him for just bombing through Snowman.
Yeah. Snowman, of course, being one of the hardest spells in the game to do in survival. So normally score players save a bomb or two to bomb it.
Important thing I have to mention about Okina and her non-spells, which of course you want to get a huge score from, is her movement RNG, which decides a lot of how well it will go. Like, sometimes her movement RNG, especially as Winter, can just troll you. Like, if she decides to move outside of your release, or even move into you while you are sitting next to her to graze her, so you have to be really, really careful and pay attention where Okina is moving, since this is something, unfortunately, you cannot control.
While we were explaining that, by the way, both Ray and Hiro made it to Okina.
Yes.
And they both look like they're in really good shape, resource-wise too.
Yeah, they're good shape resource-wise, they're good shape base-wise as well. Ray is very close to his PB, and this is I think we should make a special bench. Alright, so we should actually talk about ZKY first. Because
he might finish.
The final spells are something it's a bit strange, you can't actually score on them at all. Because their season release gets taken away. Like, Okina takes it off and it's like, no, I'm gonna take that. You can't get it, no. It's mine now. So all you can really hope for is a cap of the final spell.
Yep.
So
At the same time, though, you're also always going to be at 0 power. You can't actually gain any more power during the final. So for seasons, that's actually...
Well, the death bomb from ZKY is terrifying.
That made my heart skip a beat.
Alright, please, ZKY, don't die now.
West wave.
Go on. Go on, lad, you can do it. Go on! Please!
Come on!
He
makes it! Oh my god!
That's
terrifying!
Very nicely done.
Okay, that's a 5.376. That's
a pretty solid start from ZKY.
That's a really solid start.
Alright, GG's ZKY
really
right there.
Start, sure.
Alright, meanwhile.
So, yeah, going back to my final spell explanation, because you're at 0 power the entire spell, deaths are actually not as catastrophic as they are in the rest of the game. It's only 5 million per death, and that's because lives are only worth 5 million each in this game.
Yes.
Yeah, in the clear bonus they're worth about 5 million each. Well, they are worth 5 million each. Yeah, it was good that Gastari wasn't here to jinx it, wasn't it?
Yeah, very good.
Good thing I was on commentary instead.
Yeah.
Alright, China with a good start here. He got twice of an high score, almost
let's
28.
pay attention to Ray and Hiro.
Yeah, let's
right
go.
now.
Yeah.
You can see Ray making use of his brief iframes here when he releases to graze Okina's nons for refill, as was explained earlier. Meanwhile, Hiro is release spamming on Scorched Earth. Get as much score as he can before it ends, and gets the capture bonus as well, which is very small, but this is...
Every little helps, you know?
Also, health management is extremely important on the boss fights, but especially on the Okina fights, because her nons are just so big with so many kunais, and they are worth so much.
Yeah, the non that Hiro is on right now is worth at least 250 million alone, if I remember right.
Oh yes, definitely. And yeah, the danger is that
extremely risky on
this is actually this is actually the strat that Spring uses.
Nice,
really well executed.
That was really good.
Yeah.
That was really well done. Yeah, Spring abuses iframes on Snowman. It is.
Yo, is Ray gonna
really
PB? Is Ray gonna PB? Look at his score.
He's on page,
might
right?
PB.
This can PB, I think.
Yeah. If it doesn't PB, it'll be very close. It's gonna crack 5 mil, that's for sure.
Chain releasing the last non right here.
And he's doing a really good job at it.
Kunais to refill and.
Yeah, this is definitely PV pace because of the point items on the clear.
Yeah, the point items on the clear.
There are still items from the spring spell as well before the final card. Oh,
that's not good,
no.
That's tragic. That's not good at all.
That's actually tragic because Ray has to face the spring final, which is ridiculously difficult.
Spring final it's debatably the hardest final in the game. I personally do think it's the hardest final.
It's just straight up one of the hardest spells in Touhou.
Yes,
it
is
like just one of the hardest ones.
Hardest spells in the entire series,
yeah.
And he has to not die to it, and he only has 3 bombs.
He has 3 bombs, but even that's not enough sometimes because of the bomb shield.
Yes.
Yeah. Like. And because Ice Bomb lasts forever, and it doesn't clear the whole screen either. It's a good score bomb, but it's not a good survival bomb.
He needed that life. That would have made clear a lot safer.
Yeah, it would have made it a lot safer. Gets over 5 mil though, but can Ray clear? This is so tense.
I really
hope Ray can clear. Right then, get your release on her. Do it. Get it, nice. All right, This is it. Here we go.
Let's hope
Go on, Ray. Come on, Ray. You have to finish your redemption arc from last year. Come on, please.
Please do it.
This would be the ultimate redemption arc. Come
on, Ray.
Go, Ray.
Come on, lad. Go on, lad.
If he survives this, he can use his bombs for the hard part.
Yes, he can.
He had to use one there.
Yeah, he had to use one there.
That was a really bad situation.
That was a good bomb, though. He was basically forced to.
Yeah, it was forced. Alright, here we go. This is it.
Out of there.
Oh, the death bomb!
Oh my god!
Please, Ray. Oh no!
Oh no, Ray! Oh no! Oh,
that is
no, man. That's such a tragedy, man. This is like a World Cup tragedy, dude. Oh man.
If this clears, this would have certainly beaten ZKY's ice score too, because its spring score is quite a bit lower.
Yeah, this certainly would have. That is an absolute tragedy from Ray. Let's hope this doesn't knock him too hard, because he can definitely.
If he got that on his first run past stage 2, then he can definitely.
He can definitely clear.
Ray can definitely clear, and clear with a very strong score too. Meanwhile, we have Hiro here, who is on a really good run.
Yeah, he's already past 8.5 billion.
Yeah, he might just crack 8.6.
Don't waste time.
Just keep going, Ray.
Go on, Ray. Ray, get out your system and go again. You can do it. But right now, Hiro on. So Ray got a really hard final in spring final, but
on the contrary,
we have this.
Yeah. Well, what Hiro is going to do, he's going to wait to actually go on to the. He's going to let these phases time down because that makes the spell static.
Yes, it does.
If you wait for it to just move on to the next phase, so yeah, yes. all the dodges that he's going to do here are all memorized.
Yeah, the reason it makes it static is because the bullet pattern is dependent on at what time the wave is initiated. So he has just memorized specific times to start the wave set, and then he will know what the pattern looks like, and he has memorized safe dodges for it, which at a level this high makes the spell just very easy at the end. Ray is restarting.
Really yep, Ray's shaking off there. Ray takes a minute, just lets the tragedy get out of his system, and goes again, you know? I think Ray can clear. What do you think?
Oh, he can definitely clear as long as he takes like at least one life into the spring final. He should be able to secure.
Yeah, that was a death on the final non. It was so sad.
Yeah,
it's almost as sad as Borealis' like death of linear creature last year. Of course, this year Borealis killed it, but last year it was so sad. But right now, Hiro.
Yes, 8.6? Yeah.
8.6 from Hiro?
He got himself an 8.641.
8.64.
Fantastic.
Yeah, that's a really strong time. Time?
Score. This isn't IN.
I'm thinking.
We're not speedrunning here.
I don't know why I said time.
8.6 with Marissa is really good, yeah.
On one end. Okay, so to explain
that.
Nice.
Okay, go on. Yeah.
Eternity's blue bullets that she spawns during her fight appear in random locations, and sometimes they can just show up on top of you, and there is nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
Yep. Eternity is literally the troll of the SIFS. Amazing.
Yeah, she is. Wow, 52 high score, almost 53. What, man?
Yeah.
Hiro off the flyer.
Alright.
I feel like we should also point out that's only 100 million off the world record for Marissa Autumn.
Yeah, it's give or take a bit, but 100 mil off, you know?
Yeah, and he is himself the record holder, by the way, of Marissa Autumn.
Yeah, and getting so close to his own record in a live set like this is fantastic.
If you see the high score number like change, then yeah, you'll know that it's a world record.
Yeah, non-clears are indeed heavily disadvantaged for, since they aren't really worth anything. But like, if there are two players that have a game over as their best run, then of course one of them will have the higher score, and that decides who places higher.
Yeah, it would have been solid. 32 points. It would have been ahead of China's score very easily.
Yeah. He can still try to beat ZKY though.
Yes, and Ray is more than capable of beating ZKY today.
Maribel, do you know if Okina would have dropped enough point items for that to push over Ray's PB?
Wait, do you mean like the final point items, or?
Yeah, the final point items.
Yeah, as far as I know, the final point items is like 30 mil.
So it would have been close, but not enough then.
Yeah, it would have been very close to his personal best, basically. Like, if he made it past Spring Final 0-0, he would have had a 6 mil clear bonus, and then a few 10 mils from the items, but not enough, I think, because he had like 5.039. Yeah, that would not beat his PB.
And to answer something in the chat, clear bonus in this game is 6 million for stage 6, 5 million per bomb, 5 million per life, and 1 million per bomb. It's a really low clear bonus.
Yeah. Yeah, but even so, you generally want to finish max lives with when you are using Autumn, while with other seasons you tend to finish with quite a bit less, since you use more lives and bombs for. And Ray just mentioned in chat it's not 30, it's actually Ray 35 in the final. So that's nice to know.
Ray's stopping his run to tell us. It's very nice of him. See, Ray's confident. If Ray's stopping his run to tell us, to correct us, then he must be confident.
That's amazing. Yeah, it would not have beaten his PB, like I said, but it would have been very close, basically.
Yeah, it would have been like pretty much on par, you know.
Yeah, that's still really amazing if he had sets that.
Yeah. I want to talk a little bit about Ray as well, and because last year Ray also played hit scoring, didn't he? But he wasn't also playing an IS Spring. But unfortunately, last year he wasn't able to get a score that was really competitive. But this, in the time between last year's World Cup and this year, Ray has improved so much.
Yeah.
So much. It's like you look at a completely different player. It's ridiculous how much better Ray has gone, and
yes.
all credit to him for putting in the work.
He just cranked out a 5 billion run on his first run.
Exactly, and here's what happened. So the last time he was still quite new to this category. It's just that he was the only one that could even score it at all that was available for the match, and he was
for Team West.
He still managed to clear life, and it was his first clear ever. Even it's got like 3.3 bill or something,
3.2,
and
I think
it wasn't enough for high score. But right now, he has spent the year like constantly scoring nothing but HSiFS Spring. He has scored every single Spring category in the game, and he is like optimizing the world records of quite a lot of them as well. So yeah. He knows every little bit of this category.
Yeah, so massive credit to Ray for putting in the work and honestly playing so well. Even if he doesn't clear a run, but he's gonna clear a run. Like make no mistake, he's gonna clear a run, and he's gonna clear really well.
Yeah, they have 100 minutes and.
Yeah, they have 50 minutes and that left, and that's plenty of time to get a run in.
Alright, Ray's on stage 2 again.
Yep, Ray makes it out. He races past the bully.
Making it past eternity is always a relief in this game.
Yes, it always is.
It really is.
It really is. Ray on a pretty nice start as well. Only very slightly behind PB. Looking at his splits here on the side. It's only a couple of thousand behind his on-end value. So a good start from Ray. And a good start from... Just looking at this. A good start from ZKY as well.
Yep. ZKY gets kind of trolled on this stage part since there's just nothing that Winter can release here.
Yeah.
Stage is such a huge loss for Winter compared to the other seasons.
Spring as well. Spring can't really do anything on this stage. It's only Arm which can do something. Like Spring gets that, but that's about it. You know?
Yeah. In general, this stage portion is just arguably the most boring part of the game for scoring, because there's just not much going on in this stage and there aren't really enough bullets for releases to pay off. Even with Autumn, you barely get anything.
At least in Autumn, you can do something.
Make no mistake, Hiro is going to go for raw score releases during the stage 2 section.
Yeah, because there's not much else you can really do.
Yes, stage 2 is basically just the Nemuno fight. That's the thing here.
That's the thing you're after.
Yeah, like, and of course, Nemuno is where you get all of your +M values from, the vast majority of it anyway. Like, so Ray coming up on it right now. Like, even from the first mid-boss attack, it all starts immediately. Potential death there from Ray, spinning around to get the grace, get it filled up. So again, we should emphasize what Ray is doing is he's not just spinning around Nemuno randomly. He is spinning around to stand on top of the spawn points of all the bullets. And you can see ZKY doing it right now as well. So we can graze them all and get a season release. Ult up from it as much as possible. course, Spring getting the big area so it covers more of the screen, and Winter so that the release lasts longer. Right, so this spell, Torrential Rain, can't really do a whole lot on this speed kill.
Yeah, I don't.
And intentional death as well, so you can get your bombs back.
No,
it's basically just used to refill the season gauge for the non
Yeah, it's the nons which are the big ones. So here we go, Ray meant to do another one here.
Yep, this is the big
gets
one.
That's a big one. So one thing Ray did there, which you should note, he released and then he released quickly again afterwards at the bottom.
Yeah, that's release gauge management. And
yeah, it's spring only.
It's also to get iframes immediately, because it wasn't touched on before, but spring gives you the most iframes out of all the season releases in this game.
Ah, yeah, that is indeed a thing, and that's we have mentioned yet. That is actually why Spring is so capable of sitting in spawn points right after releasing, which is so nice for refills in order to chain release. He just rams Nemuno there so he can bomb the spawn points and do some high level release here.
Well, it's just doing the little pogs to get to collect all the season items and get his season gauge up. So from on ZKY's screen here, we see him using the bombs to just sit in the spawn point and then just release. That release just sits there and catches every single knife she fires out.
Yes. This spell is really juicy for Winter. It's a large PIV game.
Yeah, this is where if this spell didn't exist, Winter would get a lot less PIV on this.
Yeah.
On this boss fight.
Yes, absolutely.
They're in sync. That's beautiful.
Nice sync. They're also both using Aya, that makes it even nicer.
Yeah.
Big cancel right there on the opening part.
For Ray.
I think this next release coming up should max out his PIV.
Yes.
Yep, for Ray, certainly.
Yeah, that's absolutely yeah.
Oh
yeah.
It's like no question.
yeah, that got him like almost 45,000 PIV just from that
blue
one
section where he's gonna wait for the blue bullets to fill up the screen and bam.
Yeah. And instead ZKY is going to let the blue bullets come to him and then release. So that he can
Winter plays it really differently, and then he sits at the edge.
Oh, that's an unfortunate
that is
Ray.
not
That's not death you want to see. Especially here. This is one of Spring's biggest releases.
Yeah, that's not intentional.
Yeah.
Well, there is no point that you can like die to Grace here or to refill bombs since he already had bombs and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, that was intentional.
Yeah, that's a reset.
Oh, that's a reset. Yeah. So I was talking about ZKY here. He potential death.
Dying twice on stage 3. That's just not something he wants to take.
No, not at all.
That's too much. Yeah, we've got honestly, we've got a lot of high quality
releases right here.
Yeah.
You can sit close to Lily White and still make it through the pattern. So this is what they do since it gets a lot of grace, unlike sitting outside.
Yeah, and again, so you can get that season release filled up.
Yep. And as usual, Winter can't really do much on these stage parts, so it's mostly just being used to fill up for the on fights. Which I think he should be going in with the level 6 or the level 5 actually.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't see. Right, there we go. Level 5. Right there.
Yep.
So
on laser spell coming in again in a bit.
Yeah, the laser spell will be again one of Winter's biggest cash-ins.
Yeah.
Yeah, only level 5. Ideally you want a level 6 though. That's okay. So another thing we should talk about, I don't think we have talked about it, is we haven't talked about Marisa's ball.
We did at the beginning, I think.
I don't think
Yeah,
we did.
they explained why Master Spark is bad.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we did, yeah. So professional commentary. Very professional. Only the best on Touhou World Cup.
Spring 6 billion is definitely possible.
Yeah, it's definitely possible.
Yes.
100% possible. To go.
Tino has been grinding for it for quite a long time. He is basically the strongest active spring scorer right now, and he has well over 5.8 with Aya Spring on Lunatic, and has been going at it for quite a long time, I think.
Yeah, Luginio has been the one to really push the Kangari. Okay, right, ZKY on.
ZKY doing lasers.
Here we go.
Don't mess it up.
Don't mess it up. This is one of your biggest cash-ins.
He places the release, then grazes by sitting right next to on. Then he goes to the left to dodge the remainder of the pattern before he can do his next release. And then you repeat that. Nice, he made it past there.
Really nice.
Yeah, that was really good from ZKY there, right there.
To answer something else in chat, counterstop in this game is probably not realistically possible.
Hiro is on a very good run right now. His PIV is like 10,000 above where it should be.
That's
Hiro
great.
is on a very strong run.
The
Very
earlier
strong
you
one, very
max
strong
out
start.
better.
Yeah, Sonisuku has a 9.88 billion, but getting another 100 million out of this game is really, really difficult at that level.
Yes, like it cannot be understated just how ridiculously optimized the 9.8 by Sonitsuku actually is.
Yeah, it
in fact,
really
already
is.
thought it was insanely optimized at 9.6, and then he somehow just found enough super high-level strats to push it all the way to nearly 9.9, and a lot of it can also be attributed to the fact that he barely died in that run. In his past runs, he would usually die a lot because his strats are so different.
But now he's getting. You know, I do think Hidden Star can't stop plan. I think it'll happen. I think Sonitsuku or something else will find a way to eke out that last 100 mil and get it to 10. Get it
This
to
can
10 mil.
certainly happen, yeah.
Of course, because it's Touhou. People will always be there to push the games and push them further. That's just how it is.
Alright, ZKY is on this red spam section, going to get to the mid boss, which he's refilling for. And Race in stage 2. Hiro is on this
Big furry section,
big
stage
section
3.
after Little White.
Yeah, and just smashing his way through all the bullets, cancelling them all and getting all the points from them. With all of those bullets are at max value now. Already. Just because they get maxed up so quickly.
We didn't mention it before, by the way, but I guess for winter it's different, but for spring and autumn you want to generally kill the stage 4 mid boss around between like 2.5 to 3 seconds, because the next section is timed to the music.
Well, really, that's something I didn't know. Audio cues?
Yeah.
Ray just died on the stage 2 portion.
That's unfortunate.
He just opted for a reset over it.
Yeah, usually dying in like stages 1 and 2 can like really, in my experience at least, it can mess up your route pretty badly, so
It definitely
usually
can.
it's just
Yeah,
usually it's just worth it to reset.
That's a potential death from ZKY there. Just to get his balance back.
Yes.
So we can fill up his season release for Narumi.
But yeah, dying on stage 2 and also on stage 1 actually can definitely throw you off, since you will want to follow a specific resource route of milking Nemuno and Eternity as well, and if you die, then that can throw off your bomb count and such, which is will mean that you have to reroute it on the fly, which may or may not be worth continuing.
Okay, so ZKY steadying himself here. Right, off he goes. Just releases right away, just to catch all those bullets. Does it again.
Yep.
Just again.
Hiro
every single one.
Yeah, Hiro's on curl up and die.
Yep.
Yep. What Autumn does there is they go outside to like also cancel the yellow bullets there, and then they go back in real quick to generate extra season from the center, and they strat. It is much easier than.
It's much easier than just staying on the outside, because 1, the yellow bullets can hit you, and 2, you don't get as much. If you go back to the center, you can fill up to a level 2, which just gives you that little bit more release.
You actually want to actually fill up to a level 3, not a level 2.
Oh no! Hold on. Tragedy. Alright, we good.
On the Narumi spot there, ZKY.
Yeah, that the safe spots on Mons 2 and 3 are harder because she's moving as she's firing. For the first one, she just shoots and then moves, so it's easier to predict.
Blasted Twitch, trying to ruin World Cup. What are you doing to us? Why? Why'd you do it? My streak died.
Wait, the stream's down?
No, my stream died.
Oh, it's still up for me.
Yeah, we're good, it's fine now, don't worry.
Okay.
ZKY just died to the...
Oh, that's not good, Danny. He's just like, nope, I'm out.
Too much
See you later.
Yeah. Yeah, going for the capture on Bullet Golem can be a little bit tricky.
Yeah, in survival, it's normally a pretty straightforward route to do, but if you're not used to playing survival, then it's very different indeed.
Yeah, the HSiFS scoring just requires a completely separate skill set from survival.
Separate skill set and separate mindset
it's about
as well.
Precise movements and timings, but especially movement. Like, movement is easily the most important skill,
I think,
especially as Autumn.
Yeah, I think Hiro moved very precisely into that fairy. Maybe Maribel's a jinx. What do you think, Chad? Is Maribel a jinx now?
Oh jeez. But yeah, for Autumn, you don't have really a lot of iframes. Your iframes expire a lot sooner than the release does, so it is very easy to just run into an enemy if you're not careful.
Yeah, we should explain this properly. So the release, obviously, the release takes care of all the bullets, but the release doesn't kill enemies instantly, so you can still run into them while your release is still up.
Yeah, Autumn release does damage over time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically what you do with Autumn on stage parts is, as you release the bullets, you also want to make sure that you sit next to enemies with the release, so the release is hitting the enemies, which can kill them, and that causes them to spawn their items, which gives you even more score. So, not only do you want to release the bullets, you also want to hug every enemy so the release kills them. So this is why it is actually really scary to score well with Autumn, since you can easily do something like this. what he did right there. Accidentally ram an enemy while he was to generate the items.
You really are a jinx, Maribel. Oh my god.
Are you Maribel or
I
Saga
didn't actually say that he was doing well though, so it's not a jinx.
I guess not, but the first time.
I was just explaining this thing, and that he died was actually really convenient for me for the explanation, since that instantly showed literally what I was looking for.
Convenient for you, but not so convenient for him.
Yeah,
not convenient for you at all.
That just cost him more than 25 mil.
Yeah.
皆様にお届けしないと。よいしょ。
Meanwhile, Ray making
commentary death. Planned commentary death, guys.
Yep, planned commentary. Thanks, Hiro.
Ray, meanwhile, is back on.
Back on the middle, building up his PIV again.
Yep, the PIV jump is gonna happen. That's a death for refilling. Enters with nearly a level 6. He might still get it. No, that was level 5, I'm pretty sure.
Difference between level 5 and level 6, still not that much though.
The difference between level 5 and level 6 is 10 additional PIV per bullet.
Oh yeah, the PIV, of course, I keep forgetting.
So a level 5 release will give you 40 PIV per bullet. A level 6 is 50 PIV per bullet. And that's a difference that actually adds up really quickly.
Ideally, you always want to go for level 6. It's just that in some cases, there are just you cannot get enough season to refill to level 6 in time, so they just go for a planned level 5 or level stat, since it is just the max that you can get at that time.
A really good example of that is Nemuno mid boss. Actually, for Autumn at least, you'll have a level 6 going into it, and then the release will get you just about to a level 5, and it's worth it to use that level 5 instead of just using a bomb to get up to a level 6, because bombs usually last a long time.
いや、今日は大会中。振りとどまった。
So let's see what Ray's
いや、まあ、大したことじゃない。
Ray is on a very strong start as well.
That's a
good start, yeah.
Stage 3 opening release.
What? It just...
足りない。
No, I'm becoming Gasari. I'm becoming Gasari. It's happening.
I shouldn't have reset properly.
あ、これはエグっていいな。
Not sure if I agree with that reset.
あ、エグれね。よいしょ。あ、2ゲージになる。
At least I'm not the one cursing it. You guys.
さっきみたいなことをしないように。フラグ。
I have to stop before it's too late. Somebody get Gasari. Tell them, how do I stop this?
Yeah, a death at the beginning of stage 3 is like...
That's
one of the big releases for spring.
Third null, actually. Oh, he died to the third null!
Oh
right?
no!
Died at
Maribel, why?
We are constantly doing it. It's,
We're just cursing all these runs. What's happening?
It's really cursed.
あ、そのくらいの勢いないとダメか。いやー、すいませんでした、マジで。当たるんだよな。
Alright, fortunately the final spell is really easy with him, so he shouldn't be messing that up now.
Nobody should be messing that up.
Not with Autumn.
なんか、よっしゃ、狙いに行ってやるぞ、みたいな感じで。
Hiro got a lot to say about that, clearly. I wish I knew what Hiro was saying, I really do. He seems like he's having a good time. Seems like he's excited, you know?
行きますよが違う。
Just laughing it off.
行っちゃったな、マジで。そっちじゃねえんだよな。
Let's see. Hiro is currently ahead of his PB right now.
That's that's amazing.
Yeah, he's ahead by like about
来
mil.
たなとか
Let's hope he gets this from late game.
Yeah, let's hope he does. I'm really
本
hoping
大会
that.
ってどうする
All eyes on Hiro. Hiro's on a really strong run.
These yin yangs on stage 5, when you kill them, they generate extra bullets. So what they do with Autumn is they circle around them like twice to
すいませんでした。ちょっと放送事故は
not only kill them and cancel the bullets that are already on screen, but then they also cancel the suicide bullets that spawn killing them.
ダメですよ。ダメですよ。いくら
You know, I think
いくらいつも通りやって
I think Hero's like gotten a lot more
そこは
relaxed
気をつけよ
now. Now that he's like gone a good run as well.
Ah, he instantly died to the laser section.
What? What's happening?
So
う。だって
what
前
he
では
what
な
he
い
usually does there in that section is that he lines up with the UI so that he can get a little bit of graze as the laser comes out, but it looked like he was a little bit lower than he should have been.
偉すぎだろとか言って。
He is gonna get an extend from Satono here, right here. So he has 5 more deaths before the game over.
Yeah, but that was still a 25 million loss.
Yeah, that's not good.
More.
Like that puts him probably about on par with his PB now, maybe very, very slightly ahead of it, but not by much. You know. We'll see. I'll see you split here when he gets to the boss. So we have professional commentators. We're professional commentators here, right? So we made up splits. We know whether we have them here.
This section really juicy, and then there's another part with yin yangs that have suicide bullets when you kill them. So he is
the final section coming up here.
He's gonna go around like twice.
ちょっと乱暴すぎますわ。
It's like when you kill these yin-yangs, these ones here, they spawn out a bunch of yellow bullets, and there's a lot of them.
So he
Spit it out twice.
The post-mid bot section gives you a lot of score here in stage 5.
Yeah, unfortunately, these yin-yangs have very low health as well, so you can just run straight into them. Don't have to worry about getting rammed. Let's see, 5.32. Let's see what that is. That is pretty much on par with his PB right now. For all intents and purposes, so this is...
He is gonna go for the full milk on Maya and Satono's.
Oh, he's gonna go for everything.
Oh, he has no reason not to.
Yeah.
He's got a good run in. The only thing he can do is try and improve that run.
Yep, so he just goes for everything.
Yep, just go in hard.
Yeah.
So then, question from me. Right, here's a question from me. Which spell do you want on this first one? Is there any difference between the two?
There is.
There is. So
you want this version of the spell.
yeah, you want this one. One with the curvy lasers. So why is that? What makes it better?
There is a reason, but I am forgetting it right now.
Oh, no.
Well,
again,
one reason is it has lasers, although the other one also has lasers, but this one just lets you to really, like, what they do here is they draw circles quite close to Satono, which just cancels like more bullets than what you can do on the other one. The other one is a bit different, since the green lasers that mice spawns, they are spawned and they move in a different way from Satono's ones, and they are not as nicely cancelable as these on Satono's.
Oh, are Mai's lasers the straight lasers? It's been a long time since I've seen her version of the spell.
Yeah, they're straight lasers. They're the green straight ones.
Oh, okay, that would be the difference then. Yeah,
that's the difference then.
Each time they bomb right before the spell started, which means that you still get the spell bonus, even though you technically bombed the spell. So he uses that as a cheap way to still get the spell bonus, since releases don't give barely any score on that card anyway. Oh, he died on this one.
Oh,
oh, that's not a good death. It's called a little behind speed now.
I know for a fact we haven't touched on it yet, but curvy lasers work a lot differently than straight lasers do in this game. Curvy lasers will constantly shoot unless you cancel the spawn point. Straight lasers don't work like that, so curvy lasers can give you a lot more potential score than straight lasers can.
Yes, I did not make this difference clear when I explained the laser thing, so props to THK for explaining it like
Yeah,
fully,
good stuff, THK.
それは
fully
それはこれ2ボムワンチャンある
another bomb skip
イーソ
right
ンの
there
これはダメ
since
Right now, Hero's having a rough time of it on dancers. Just getting
Yeah,
disrupted.
this is a really difficult fight.
in
これ
time.
はきついからダメです
Dancers is a really difficult fight
召
to
さ
do
れ
well.
た
Yeah. I mean, he knows it as well. He's like, oh, mess it up. What's going on?
なるの
He
は
knows
ちょ
how
っと
good
想
his
定し
run
ない
was
さすが
too.
に
You know.
Yeah, it is not uncommon for these two to just ruin a really good pace that you've got going.
Yeah. The dancers are bullies. They're bullies wherever they are. Like survival, scoring, extra, lunatic,
Mm-hmm.
hard, normal, easy. You know.
So this RNG is terrible. Shit
It is.
left.
Wow.
That's exactly what you don't want.
Yeah, this is really bad.
This is terrible RNG. What the hell?
Wow! She just wants to hug that wall.
Now she finally went right. Dang.
Finally, my god.
And then she moved left again right at the end too.
Absolutely
That
incredible.
was such an unfortunate fight.
Yeah, that was
Took a
hit.
これは弱い
such an
これは弱
unfortunate
い
stage
Yeah.
5 from
Bad
Hiro.
finger.
He just got completely screwed over. Nothing he could have done.
Yeah, I think he definitely lost his space now.
Yeah, he's lost his pace. He's about 50 mil behind.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Mhm.
If he's gonna PB off this, it would have to be an absolutely
Okay,
monstrous.
race into stage 2. It looks like ZKY is on stage 3 right now. Still have quite some minutes to get a clear in, so let's hope Ray can still beat the game.
Yep, I hope Race can still beat the game because, well, he's proven that he can.
He's trying the
Well
best
and
he
truly.
can to still clear the game.
Yep.
I don't think at this point he is going for risky strats. He just needs to clear the game now.
Yeah, because
Yeah, he just needs to get a clear and get some I score on the board and then go from there if he has the time.
yeah, because honestly, Ray doesn't need to. Assuming ZKY doesn't improve his score, if we keep it simple here, Ray doesn't need to get a massively strong run to
He
take second
doesn't
place.
even need like 5 bill, right? I think.
No. 5 bill gets you about 35 I score, roughly.
Yeah, that's more
So-
than enough.
Yeah, so
いきますよ
his run could probably get. Oh, I'm gonna hold on the line. I'm gonna look it up here and see how much it is.
That would be cool to know, yeah.
Let's get on HSiFS. Now let's have a look here. So right now, Hiro going on
He's just milking the
Hiro
Okina.
milking. Yep, again milking these big nons. The first non is already a big milk, but the rest of them are really big ones.
Yeah, the nons are generally much bigger than the spells on the arena fights.
Yeah, they really are.
でしょ
Yeah, yeah. Actually,
So,
think of it, yeah, you get a
So,
lot more score from the nons than you do the spells. Wow, that was really close to running into that laser.
That was very close. Yes.
Which, especially on the nons, that determines your execution. Since, well,
うなんでこんなに
obviously
余計を攻め
most of the kunais are going to be
強いられ
close
ている
to
のかがわからない
So that is where you want to be
それは練習
releasing.
していないか
The
ら
thing is,
Yes.
like what's been said earlier, releases deal damage. So if you get too close to Okina too much to release her bullets,
もうね
you will deal so much damage to her that you accidentally kill the non too early. So you need to make sure that you both release all of bullets and don't actually kill Okina before the non
いや
ends.
ね
On the other hand, if you don't deal enough damage, you will probably have lost some cancels that you could have gotten by just making Okina's health as close to empty as you possibly can.
Yeah, the Okina fight
助かる
is really just all about managing her health during the entire fight up until the final. Oh, ZKY took a death during curl up and die.
Oh, that's a really bad death to take as Winter. That's one of Winter's biggest cash-ins in the whole game. I imagine he'll probably reset off of this.
Be the worst in the whole game, together with a death on Tengu.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just obviously goes for a reset.
Yeah, it has to. Yeah. Okay, so I've looked it up here. Ray will need... For Ray to get second, he's going to need 4.96.
4.96.
Yeah, which he is more than capable of doing.
He's definitely capable of that since he just came over it with more than that.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, Hiro is on the really juicy Okinanon.
Yeah, that's a real big one.
All of them are ridiculously juicy. Like the one that gives the least is the first one, since there just aren't as many bullets close together on Okina herself.
Yeah, but conversely, that one that he just finished up is the one worth the most score.
Yeah, that one's enormous.
It's just absolutely massive. Which Autumn can do a little bit on this, on a
capture and milk the balloon on.
Alright, balloon on time.
This one is the trickiest in my experience to do.
Big spring releases now.
Great, big spring
yeah,
release here.
There's that
That's
one.
Go max out PIB. Yeah, come on, Ray. I'm short a bit of bias here, but I really want Ray to clear, especially with the amount of work he's put in to get there. And everything else is done as well.
For that, he should definitely do well here, since this is probably like the most important part of the game for Spring.
Yeah, one off anyway.
It's so much.
Get a nice release there. 12, yeah, pretty good.
恋の手すりマジで
I think Hiro is on a run. I'm not sure. This might just be his TWC PB, but it might not be a real PB.
He seems to be taking it safe on Snowman, because he's not dashing through Okina with his brief iframes. He just did though. He just did it once. But yeah. That is ideally what you want, since that's where most of the bullets are. But it's really risky, since, like we said, Autumn's iframes run out really fast, and you can easily just accidentally hit something. Like if you just mistime it slightly, you just die.
Yeah, like you just it happens so suddenly as well. It's like.
Well,
it's
Snowman
like
is
you
also...
almost look at it and you think like, wait, I died? What happened?
Snowman,
like,
Snowman is
Oh no!
Speaking of that,
Snowman is also weird too with Autumn, especially because there can be instances where you'll have a release active, but then you see a bullet kill you, and I think that's because it takes about a couple frames for the bullet to actually be cancelable once it becomes active. And in between, if it's on top of you, it'll just kill you.
So let's see. Yeah. Well, hold on. Let's see. I think this is going to be slightly below. Dude, if only that stage 5 wasn't so rough on Hiro, he would have gotten a really strong run.
He's also taking hits on Okina now, though.
Yeah, that as well.
That also costs a lot, just because you basically just miss one release because you waste time dying, and one release on non is just so much.
Yeah, it's so much. Yeah, like this can't get World Cup PB anymore, unfortunately.
No, this is gonna barely be. This is gonna be barely 8.6.
Yeah, just barely, assuming he caps this, which he should. But
he should.
Okay, Ray.
Yeah, let's
right
Let's
now.
focus on Ray now, because he's on Come Up and Die.
Yeah, Hiro will not be able to beat his 8.64.
Yeah, it's just not possible.
Let's focus on Ray right now.
Yeah, let's focus on Ray.
まだ時間あるよね。
What does he enter stage 4 with? That's going to be important.
Yeah, that's gonna be the important thing
飛ぶよ
here.
ね。
And if he can
飛
Right.
ぶよね、マジで。
do
Is
this
he-
properly too.
he's-
あれは、いや、もう本当
Just
に
took a
通
hit
常で
there,
当たっちゃうのがよくない。
using it, he used it for Grace there, and he
Yep,
goes for
so to get
chain
back up.
release. Oh, he died again? That can't be intentional.
That
That's
second
not
death is
intentional, no way.
unintentional.
Second death, definitely not intentional, because he...
No,
First
yeah.
death was intentional. Second death not so
まあ
much.
思考が
Yeah,
飛
it's
ぶ
not a
気
run
するん
killer,
じゃ
but
違う
it's pretty
ちょ
rough.
っと違う。
It's rough, but it's another
Yeah.
one in there.
Mm-mm.
Basically, he just should have bombed there instead.
Yeah,
And he was gonna...
I guess he just I guess he's like, I'm just gonna take the death and get the score instead, you know?
He might have intentionally thought that, yeah.
Maybe.
We can't tell what he
Again, it's the
was,
pressure of a match, you
what
know?
decision making was there.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
bad. It's not a good
Probably
time to
not
die, but no
good
time
time.
is a good time to die. Unintentionally, of
Oh.
course. But,
Yeah, nowhere is good, but there are differences like that one death that he took on Okina's last non was way
い
worse.
や、落ちるんだよな。
Yeah, definitely.
God, if that had... It could have been a PB as well. I feel for me. Like, if my heart goes out to him, man. It hurts. Alright, meanwhile, Hiro finishes up his
2
run.
周目4つ。
That'll scrape 8.629. That's just
8.629.
yeah, just not quite enough to improve, unfortunately. But that's okay.
Yeah, exactly. Generally, you don't die if you have bombs in stock.
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh, okay.
Great.
Who is that?
Oh, he just misses the items here. I guess he didn't to use his bomb.
Yeah, he's saving it. Ooh,
Yeah.
that was close. Alright then, made it out.
Okay, it's red spam.
Yep, red spam time.
ZKY doing Nemuno in the meantime.
Yep.
Okay,
he's
it's
got-
grazing red spam, then big release. Nice.
Big release, yep.
Perfect. Great stuff.
He is entering the
stuff
mid
here?
boss with like quite. Yeah, there's the mid boss.
1.6
Entering
bill.
level 3.
Yep, he's gonna enter with a level 3.
Grazes at the top. And then he releases it and he grazes the green bullets. I don't think he meant to die there because he was like using his iframes for that.
Yeah, that didn't look like an
It's
intentional death
mistimed.
again.
Oh no!
Oh, that one definitely wasn't.
That one definitely wasn't.
No,
He's-
that's
no way he's continuing.
pretty
I don't
big
think he's
fuck
gonna-
up right here. That's really unfortunate.
See? This is gonna be...
He had
What is
missed
we gonna
something
do
like,
here? I'm not sure.
that time when he was grazing the green bullets at next to Mai, he had mistimed his iframes.
Yeah, he had mistimed it, unfortunately.
Oh my god, I think he is
Oh.
getting nervous and train wrecking.
Oh, yeah. Oh, this is so... I don't know what to say. My heart is like...
Yeah.
I feel for Ray so much. I really do. This is...
It's really unfortunate.
It's a sad
Yeah.
moment here to see that
Like-
happen.
Technically, it was not guaranteed that he would clear even if he had that life in stock. It would have certainly made it like really likely.
Yeah.
HVCB is just a really, really difficult card.
Yeah, it is, unfortunately.
Great, really nice release there from ZKY on stage 3, blue section. Where he just lets the bullets enter, please, and sits next to them for grace as well.
And so
It's
So
Lily
right now,
time.
Hiro
Level
kind of
6
looking untouchable. It's what it comes down to now is if Ray can pull off a run in these, get a run going in these last 10 minutes.
Yes.
Which I believe he can. Ray can do it.
That will decide if he gets second place or not.
Yeah, so it's the battle for second place now is what's really hotting up.
Also, it must be noted that ZKY could still beat his current best run too.
Yes, that's the other thing.
Yeah.
ZKY has lots of room to improve. We should make specific mention that ZKY's high score on the screen is not for Aya Winter. Should make that very clear, because the game doesn't track high scores for each individual season, unfortunately.
No, it is per character, and that can definitely skew what you see on the screen there.
Definitely.
So I think that that high score is for Autumn?
I believe it's for Autumn, yeah.
That has to be for Autumn.
Yeah, like Winter is the world record for Winter is just barely 6 bill.
And then there's no way that's a spring or summer score.
No,
especially not summer.
Definitely not summer. Summer.
Winter is 6.104 with Cherno actually.
But Sono, alright then, there you go. One of the characters not represented today. You know, we had Sono represented in Fairy Wars, so she's had a moment in the sun. You know?
We might see Cherno in the survival match.
We may well, you're right. But we'll see about that tomorrow.
Summer is 4.158, also with Cherno.
Yeah, summer is like. Sorry, I should say autumn, summer, autumn, spring, and winter are all very different from each other, but summer's very different again. There's loads of different ways to play this
game. Up and die like at the bottom there. What?
I think he was playing that a little bit safe.
Yeah, I think he was.
Opted for a safe method there on that wave.
Yeah, it seems like it was that. Seems like Ray's just taking a moment in the stage transition here to breathe and be like, okay, I can do this. I can take second place. I have proven that I can do it. Now I'm gonna go and do it.
To answer a question in chat, Aya's bomb is actually better than Cherno's for grazing and collection because it lasts so long.
It lasts longer, and okay, that's it's like Ray's like, I'm gonna do it, but not on this attempt.
Yeah, and not only that, the fact that Cherno is so slow means that she can't really make as much use of bomb as she would want to, since her slow speed means she cannot graze nearly as much during that point.
No.
Except, of course, if sitting on a spawn point, but even then, you will still get to and from that spawn point slower.
And Cherno's bomb doesn't last as long as Aya's bomb.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
no, Aya's bomb lasts the longest of the 4 characters.
yes.
And you're invincible during the entire duration of it, too.
Which is just incredible for grazing.
Couple that with Aya's really fast movement, too, and that just makes it really, really easy to graze, collect, and even kill enemies.
Like, Aya is built for scoring in this game. She has the perfect tool set for it, no matter what season you decide to use.
Oh yeah, that is true. Like tomorrow, there is immediately the next match in this game, which will be survival, which is completely different.
Yeah, it's a totally different game. Well, we're there.
Scoring versus survival is like night and day.
Yeah, there's like 2 completely different games. Like it's like that for a lot of the games in total, but for Hidden Star especially, it's very, very different. Okay, ZKY on the C4 mid boss here. Just popping that winter release.
Yep, he used
really nice.
the winter release on the amulets. Pink, actually. I would say purple.
The reason why Cherno scores higher with winter is probably on easy. It's Probably just because there's not a lot of bullets to graze in the first place. But higher difficulties, Aya is definitely better.
Yeah, higher difficulty. Aya's just normally straight bad. Did Ray just die to a blue bullet? I think he just did. I missed it.
If it's a reset on Eternity, then yes, that is likely what happened.
Yeah, that's probably what happened.
He died.
So I really hope Ray can get a run going here. He's got 5 minutes to do it, so he can still have a death to Eternity, get bullied by her another time. But he is running out of time here.
Yeah, this really goes to show that missing that one really good first run that you had can just outright kill your opponents right there.
Yeah, I can. Yes, you can abuse the winter glitch, although it's not overly useful, I think.
Yeah. Not really, because generally you want patterns to last as long as possible, so you can milk them as much as you can.
Yeah, true. The winter glitch is not really make use of much in scoring.
Yeah, it's just not that useful. To explain what it is, though, the winter glitch is when your siege release like levels up from like 1 to 2 to 3, you get a laser behind you, right? As winter.
Yeah.
Normally, only one laser is supposed to fire, but if you just keep the fire button held down and level up your release, the laser will start firing anyway when it's supposed to. So you can stack lasers and do an absolute massive amount of damage. It's absolutely broken. The problem is when you stop firing, the lasers right themselves, and only one fires like it's supposed to.
Yeah, so this glitch will end once you clear a stage, because it cannot continue into the next stage because you cannot fire while you are switching to the next stage.
It will also cancel when boss dialogue shows up, or any dialogue at all, because you're forced to stop shooting.
Yep.
And yes, Summer is played. It's played just about as much as anything else. It's just not represented here today.
Alright, ZKY, since the reset timer is so low, just goes for the bomb skip on Golem, and
makes sense. Yep.
He is gonna milk the last non-spell. It's really big with Winter.
Yep, again, because it doesn't stop firing, and you can try and misdirect the boss into...
Yep. You literally just...
release.
He just refilled to a level 6 with it.
Yeah, and you can just do it over and over and over and over.
That's Winter in the nutshell.
Yeah, that's Winter in a nutshell. Are you reading the manual? Needs to see if it has any tips and tricks for him in its last couple of minutes. Yeah, please see, Ray. I want you to clear. I want you to clear so badly.
We all want him to.
Please see, Ray.
Please see, Ray.
Alright, I was gonna say about Winter that unfortunately for Winter on the boss fights, since this release lasts so long and you use it on spawn points, you deal so much damage that Winter tends to kill the patterns a lot earlier than you would ideally want to, and there's just nothing you can do about it because the optimal way to score them is to release on the spawn points. So Winter is just not able to fully milk a pattern because it'll always die faster than how long it actually lasts for. Right. ZKY gonna enter the mid boss in a bit. Hiro seems to be the Nemuno right now. Enormous PIV milks. And let's hope Ray gets past Eternity.
Yeah, this is gonna be Ray.
Stage section, actually.
Oh no! Okay, so Ray's... If Eternity bullies Ray one more time, then that's going to be curtains for him, I think.
This is going to be really tough because
Yeah.
he is reliant on Eternity's bullet RNG now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on, Eternity, be nice for once.
Please be nice.
Please be nice when you need to be.
Please be nice. I'm so tense for Ray right now. I really am.
Okay, let's not jinx Ray.
Okay, well, let's just watch ZKY instead. Let's do that.
Okay, he used that death again to release in the middle of the race fairies.
Yep. Yeah, all three of them.
It's gonna
Cancel
go
all of those to fire catch.
and he also uses it to grace. Enters final section with level 6. Let's go.
Yep, and he's
Then
going to use one of these on these.
Get the
enemies.
hatch robots are there.
Oh, and a time warp, but that's fine. Another intentional death to top the release. And grazing too.
Yep.
He's going to use it in a moment.
In
There it
stage
is.
section where winter actually releases.
I know, it's crazy to see, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, it is gonna come down to if he can improve his tango execution here. And Ray just died, but it's final run, so he can't reset this death.
Yeah,
Oh
That
no.
sucks.
man, is this really...
I hope he realizes that it's final run. Like he's probably
he-
checking it right now.
He acknowledged it in the chat, it's over.
Yeah, that is
That
so,
was the
so,
worst
so
possible
unfortunate.
time.
Yeah,
Worst
I'm really
possible
sad for him that he missed the clear on that run that would have been second place.
Yeah,
basically.
that is... This is the tragedy of World Cup, for sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, in the meantime, ZKY
In the meantime,
is on Dancers, and Hiro is going into stage 3 with a really good pace.
yeah, let's check the space here. Things up.
475
Yeah.
KPIB. About
475 KPIB. Yeah, that's pretty much all Pirates PB. Yeah. Yeah, Ray honestly played so well.
He did.
It's
Yeah.
so
Really
sad
good. Close
that
to
he
his
couldn't clear.
5 billion first credit is incredible.
Absolutely.
It's just
Yeah.
unfortunate that HB.
It's really
it's
high.
It's just unfortunate that HBCB is the way it is.
Yeah, it really is.
And in general, 5 billion with Spring is a strong score.
Yeah, it's a strong score.
Yeah.
Okay, ZKY is going to reach Tengu in a bit, which will be a big milk. He wants to chain into level 6s on there, so let's hope he doesn't mess that up.
Yep, should be able to. But needs to get through behind Vessel first, but that should be an all bomb with this.
Behind Festival right
Yep, there
here.
it is. Bombs are right away. He's like, nope, I'm out. See ya. Oh.
I feel bad for Ray.
Yeah, Ray is Ray, one of the younger Touhou players
If
in
it's,
the community, so this
if it
hurts
is,
for him a lot as well.
if it is any consolation, he is not the only one in this position, since he
Yeah.
is far from the only Western player that
Still
last
has a
place
stand
on
there.
Cup.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
Okay, he was still able to release there. He seems to be making it a bit safer here. Like he is using some bombs to like help make his refills easier here.
Yeah, okay.
And
Ray's in. Yeah.
6 with 3.2.
3.25. That's pretty good.
Three.
Yeah.
There's still the clear bonus upcoming.
Yeah. So So I'll go to was it 3.25 3.26. Get over there.
Yeah, this is not on pace for like 5.37, I think. Especially because he like went for like safer strats on like his first clear. Maybe if he gets if he goes for a really good Pina, he would be able to secure a better score. I don't think this will.
I think he might be able to. Might. I'm looking at it. Yeah, so what Winter does with these fairies here, they want to release around top of them and just cancel all the bullets. Like, using small releases here is definitely the way to go.
Yep. Spawn point releases and chaining them into each other to get as much raw score out of these fairies as you can. All those items. He has only 1 life remaining though. It is kind of like last run where it's like...
Yeah.
Winter is so tight on resources because of all these plant deaths he uses.
Yeah, thankfully Winter does not have to deal with a very hard final spell like Spring does.
Thankfully, yeah. It's not easy though. Yeah, that goes to show that there's like, yeah, the system changed and that's made it kind of weird with the ice score when you compare it to race run from last year, which obviously was a far better score than this one.
Yeah, it was only what, 3 points?
Being weird.
Yeah, 3.2 bill compared to 5 bill this year is like 90, you know?
Yeah, let's. Oh, Pina moved outside of the release here. See,
and again! Oh no,
that's with
terrible
RNG.
That's the movement RNG we were talking about earlier.
He's this guy absolutely screwed over right now. There's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, it sucks.
Oh, he doesn't even go for it.
He bomb skips Scorched Earth.
Yeah. I just thought he would go for one more.
Okay, well, if there is a non for her to not move away from, it is definitely going to be the next non.
Also, someone in chat mentioned that Hiro just maybe timed out Lily White's spell card by accident.
That's not too big of an issue because he already has...
I was focusing on ZKY because he's much further into the game.
Yeah, timing out Lily's spell card isn't that big of an issue because he has max lives anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
And ideally he's gonna no-miss the rest of the game. So he only misses out on the spell capture bonus, which is not that much in this game.
These non-milks with Winter are just so Craigasm.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Winter really gets the most out of these nons, because like all the bullets get erased. As long as she doesn't move out of the release, obviously.
Well, right now it looks like she's moving into the release, so yeah, that's not an issue.
That was very good movement, RNG. Okay, bombs here.
Alright, get your bomb out. And bomb, what? Release? Bomb release. They're very different things.
One part where you want to like chain release with Winter.
Yeah. For ZKY, there's not really a whole lot you can do with this. Just all you can do is sit and do these small releases just to catch as many of the bullets as you can.
Yep. since they all spawn from Okina's center.
Yep, you can just...
Rice, at least.
Rice, at least. You get some of the builds as well.
Alright.
So yeah, this is
Winter
not going to
final.
be a PB for ZKY. Let's see him close out. Very nice run.
Oh, not even close.
Okay, he has 1 extra life for Extreme Winter, so that should be safe.
Yeah, it should be safe.
And
It
I
will not
believe...
beat his score though, as I expected. In fact, it is not anywhere near his score.
No, not even close.
Yeah,
this
like
is gonna be 5.1.
He went for too many safe strats to beat it.
Yeah,
By the way,
he
I believe that Winter Final can be made static just like Autumn Final, but the patterns are a little bit harder to dodge, but I believe that it's still static. I don't think that was mentioned before.
Ah, he failed to cap. He died right before the end.
Ah, yes. Oh, so unfortunate, but that's okay.
It
Finishes
loses
with a really
barely
strong win
anything
again.
though. That's a 5.11.
5.11. Very nice.
Mhm.
GG's.
Yep.
Now,
GG to
Yeah, GG's.
ZKY. He finished with a 5.376 winter, which is very nice.
it's a very strong run,
Yeah,
Yep.
more
Second
all
place,
strong
he's
from both
secured
of them.
right there.
and
Now
Now,
Hiro
what's left to
can
keep?
basically just try to beat
Hiro.
his
Yeah,
current
give
run.
it a go.
Affects the placements.
じゃあ
it
ここら
looks like
辺
he's
の
actually on a really good pace right now too.
Yeah, this is looking pretty good. We'll see what pace it is when he gets the stage 4 boss.
Yep. We can tell by what he has like into Narumi.
Yeah.
Well, we can tell when it's on. Sorry, we can tell when it's on.
Okay, let's hope he. I think last time he died on like red spam or something.
I believe he did,
think
yes.
so. Yes.
Hope he does it correctly this time.
It looks like he's executing it fine.
Yep,
This is
it's fine.
tricky. When it gets really
I'm
close.
knocking
to
on wood right now to not
kill them, but
sublimate
also
him.
not ram them.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, he didn't.
Yeah,
die.
that was good, yeah. Alright, so what's that? 2.808. Let's get my handy little table here. He's about 100 mil behind PB, which is quite a lot.
マジで
He hasn't died yet though.
He hasn't died yet, though.
結
That
果
is
はまだ
right.
は
It's just the
や
score
ない
is a
方
bit
かに
low.
感じかどうなんだろ
Yeah, still max lives is really
うまあ
nice.
どっち
Yeah,
であれ
max
やり
life
ま
is
す
really good.
ちょっ
If
と
he,
時間がやば
if
そう
he
だったら
keeps
考え
that
る
up,
けど
he could make up for
次の家康もあります
his
から
last
あん
run
まり
with
そう
it.
ね
Yeah. Because remember, every death with Autumn at this point is a 25 million loss.
Oh, he died on this.
Oh no, that's not good.
And he opts to just bomb the remainder.
It's just like, oh well, I'll just bomb it.
To be fair, that Death Fairy section is
あー
really,
そ
really
こか
difficult to
や
execute
っ
as
たそう
Autumn.
な
It is. It is really tricky, and in fact, for lower tier scores like 6 or 7 bill, or maybe even 8 bill, like lower 8 bill, you will not go for it. You just won't.
The one saving grace is that Death Fairy section is static. So you know what to expect. It's just a matter of being able to execute it.
まあ正直最後までわかんないからねこのゲームって
Right? It's Narumi's safe spots time.
Never be safe spot time, let's go.
Mm-hmm. I think he was about 3.18 coming into this fight, by the way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
And then,
Nice to see with Autumn how he goes into the safe spot, then he circles around the non, and he goes back in, and then he does the same thing.
yeah, just to get that little bit more graze.
That and it's also for damage management too, just like on Okina.
Yeah.
Bosses in this game actually do not have a lot of health when you really think about it.
Yeah, like this is why health management is so important.
honestly, if there's any consolation for Ray, it is the fact that he died like at the latest point possible, so he was still able to show the entire game.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
so
yeah, for sure.
I believe we are getting Ray in voice chat. He's wanting to join.
Oh, that is nice.
Absolutely,
Nice,
bring him in.
let's bring him in. I've told him how to get in.
All right.
So meanwhile, we've got Hiro spinning around on this.
Yeah, I want to see what he enters stage 5 with.
Yeah, I want to see what the end stage 5 as well. I don't think he'll quite. Don't think he'll quite be on PB pace, but he may beat his World Cup
It looks
PB.
like
Yeah.
it should be at least 4 billion.
Oh, we have
Ray?
Team West player Ray Maribel.
Hello.
Hello, everybody.
GG, Ray.
Yeah, GG's Ray. How you played extremely well. I think you made a very good account of yourself.
It's just that stupid rule.
おっと何その入力 めっちゃ
HPCB
正面
is
入った
really, really stupid, man.
Yeah, look,
Yeah.
don't worry about the rules. Worry about the account you made of yourself today. You
Good
played
good quality.
extremely well, and you should be very
Yeah.
proud of what you did. You should be proud of the improvement that you've made.
I am. I'm surprised I even got 5 billion at all, and let alone that early on.
Honestly.
That was
Yeah,
probably going to be a PV.
Like you showed the world today. Even if you didn't clear, you showed the world today how strong you really are.
欲張らない
But the funny thing is, this happens in like all my PBs. Like my mindset is just completely negative. Like there's no way I'm gonna clear this because how do I ever, you know? And then I suddenly do it, and I was like, well, okay.
Yeah, well, like you can't let your mind play tricks on you. It's all about just you in the game, and that's it.
Yeah.
And your execution.
It's funny.
Yeah, Ray. Like I just said just before you joined
アメリカの
the call, I am really glad that despite the fact that you game overed, you game overed so late that you were still able to show the entire run live. I am really glad you were still
Yeah, this is
show
what
all the
Yeah.
this is what I was reading. You've made a fantastic account of yourself, and
I
you showed
could've
off. Sorry, go on. Yeah.
I could have actually cleared if I didn't miscalculate my hitboxes, because I thought I was still invincible, but apparently I wasn't, so I just randomly died.
That's what I was meaning.
Because
with, the iframes is
Yeah.
like you can just die instantly, and you're like, your first
Right.
reaction is, "Wait, I died? What happened?"
Yeah, that was surprising
how
to
it
me.
is.
I thought I would be fine. I wasn't sure if I was gonna clear, but if I dealt enough damage and used the my final bomb, I would have cleared.
Yeah.
So yeah, Helio, you say that, but Helio says that I should never start phase 2 instantly, but it doesn't make a difference to me. It just doesn't. It's just always the same. I never cap it in a run. That's
phase
just
phase one isn't the hard part after all.
No,
Yeah,
it's-
definitely.
it's the
Nah,
last
you can just completely skip phase 1 if you similar to Remilia and Flan's final. If you damage them before the spell starts, they get like a ton of damage. The same happens with Okina and Nemino too, by the way. You can like by releasing, you could just eat a whole chunk of their health bar and just start phase 2 immediately.
Yeah, that's wonderful. But yeah, honestly,
まあ
Ray,
そうですよね
1 year
パターン崩れ
comparing
た
this from your performance last year, and then you getting this year,
そりゃ無理だっちゅうね
you should be like, even if you you didn't
I-
play today, but you should be extremely happy with yourself.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
this is-
happy, but
This is
I'm
what
just
we
mad
want
at
to
the
see.
rules for existing.
Again, don't get mad. Just
I'm not
be happy
mad,
with what
I'm
you've
not
achieved.
mad.
Be happy with what you've achieved, because you have achieved something great today.
仕方ないね
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Dave. a 5 bill with Spring is absolutely no joke.
Yeah, no joke whatsoever.
Yeah.
That's an incredible run to get.
Yeah.
And to let it happen so early on, and like at all at TWC, I was very surprised.
Yeah.
I never expected that.
And again, you
But
should
I'm
be
happy.
happy.
Yeah.
Alright, I want to answer a question from the chat since someone asked if the death of Bullet Golem was intentional. And well, in fact, with the autumn season, it is never intentional to die once your PIV is nearly maxed out.
Yeah.
Since you want to finish with max lives and dying will cost you a bunch of score, since the power items are no value and you also miss a release.
If I recall correctly, Sonic Secu's route has like 2 intentional deaths. One's like right at the beginning to get more power items.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, that's so that he can get to full power faster.
Yeah.
The intentional deaths are only in the beginning of the game.
Like
same as
Eternity First None as well, and the rest I just don't remember. There probably is another one, but I don't remember.
Right, so let's watch as Hiro tries to complete this run. What I am mostly curious about right now is if he is gonna get if Satono is gonna be nice on Tengu this time, because she was really mean to him.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Yeah, sometimes
this matters a lot.
Yeah, Ray?
Yeah, sometimes behind festival just wants you dead. Like it doesn't even give you a chance. Sometimes, even in my, for example, in my 5B run, there was a whole cluster of start that was just onto me, and I just couldn't do anything.
Behind festival and Tengu Frenzy are just terrible.
Yeah, they are. In survival and in scoring.
Yep.
Some things never change. So, speaking of behind festival, we're coming up on it here.
Yes, we are.
Gets to Tengu in a bit.
And actually, what score runs will do usually is as
he took another death here, just like the last one.
Oh no, not again. Yeah, this is probably even worse than this last run. Well, I say even worse, like he's playing terribly, because he's playing really well, you know.
But as I was saying, right as this non is going to time out or die, either one, he's actually going to use a bomb before the spell starts, so that he can get a lot of damage in.
Yes.
Yeah, this is really intentional.
Still gets the spell bonus.
And of course, Marisa B's bomb is just Marisa. Marisa's bomb is incredibly good in this game at just dealing out damage.
Time for Tengu.
Well, it's actually as strong as a regular shot. It's not even stronger.
It's still a strong bomb. It does enough damage.
It lasts
immediately. No, don't do that.
Come on!
No, don't do this. What are you doing?
And left again. No.
Sorry.
So the reason why this is bad is because it makes it really, really difficult to keep from canceling the curvy laser spawn points.
Which is not what you want to do. You just want to sit right in front of them.
Moves right twice now.
Okay.
Go right, there you go. Better.
I'm rather behind, so I can't really...
Okay, this is fine. This is... like, probably the first
that's fine.
She
there
can
we
beat.
go.
That's not terrible. Okay, and that was definitely a nicer Tengu than last time.
Yeah, way nicer.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Last time she just hugged the left wall during the entire spell.
Wow.
So,
apparently, a new world record was set for winter during this.
Wait, what?
Oh!
Hold the...
What the hell?
Hold the fuck up.
Who? What was it? KKKN?
KKKN?
It must have been KKKN then.
Probably KKKN.
Has to be.
かなり頑張らないときつい。ワンチャンあるくらい。ワンチャンあったかな。いや、ないな。
Don't see it yet.
ないのかもしれないな。
It was SND, not KKKN.
What? Who?
Wait, who got it?
SND.
あれかなり高めに入れそう。
SND got a 6.142 with winter.
What the hell? Let's go.
SMB? I've never heard of him. Who the fuck is SND?
SND is not really like a known or established HSiFS runner, so they just like stole the record the established strong player who is KKKN.
Oh wait, is it not a fresh run?
If you ask me.
Is it? It's not. It's not a new
Confusion.
run?
It's not a new run?
Oh, it's not new. Oh, I guess someone just made a mistake then.
やっぱ完走して終わりたいよ。
Yes.
Guess you just didn't share it as much.
Or maybe,
Yes, no, yeah.
maybe it's, or maybe, oh yeah, ZPS was saying that it's just happened. Yeah, that was a mistake. It's not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm guessing he just doesn't share much, and that's why we don't know much about him.
Maybe. Okay, we'll have to look into that one later and see what's going on.
Okay. Was it like 6.6 into?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was
6.6,
like
that's
mid,
well
It was a
behind.
mid to high 6.6.
ちょっと広いな。
Yeah, it's well behind.
許してちょんまで。
because
許してちょんま
I
で。
don't think this is gonna be a World Cup PV either. It's probably gonna be like 8.61 or something like that.
いやー、どうだろうね。あるんですよね。
Yeah, he would have
あ
to
りえ
get
ちゃうんで
like
すよね。
2 billion from the Okina fights alone.
わかんないんだよな、本当に。
I think usually high level gets like 2.6 from the whole stage entirely, including
Yeah.
Yukina.
Yeah, and that's with Aya.
Yes, with Aya. Well, I don't think it would be too different between Aya and Marissa in this
True, yeah.
situation.
You don't bump anyway.
何があるかはわ
Except
からない。
maybe to skip a stall for safety, but that's it.
Preda.
Yeah, like Preda, because it's not worth much.
Only 60 FPS?
Sounds like he's talking to his chat during
Yeah.
this run.
あれはね、すごかったね。
Alright, nice milking. Let's see his health management.
What?
He still has a lot of health.
Yeah.
Okay, now he is killing the last bit. Yeah, that was fine. That was fine.
あ、腕痛え。腕痛えは草なんですけど。
Scorched Earth?
Yep, just getting a. Oh wait, so a group of people like that, didn't like make it into World Cup is playing along as well. That's funny. It's also pretty cool as well.
Kinda cute, honestly.
Yeah, it's kind of cute, and that's good to see. Like people,
なるほどね。
Yeah.
じゃないと、
Using
It shows
World
they're
Cup
still
to-
dedicated.
yeah, using
To
World
play.
Cup to
ないよな。
push
さ
themselves
すがに
as
そんな
well.
こと。そんなこと、さすがにね。そんなわ
Then
け
there was a world
そんな
record?
まさか。
Damn. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright then, Omnon, big one.
せやなっつって。
It's the big nom.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
the one that's
Honestly,
worth,
it sounds
that's
like
worth
you-
a quarter billion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, it sounds like Hiro is. We can hear it in his voice, even if we can't understand what he's saying. We can hear it in his voice that he's like happy and having fun, and that's what
Oh,
we want
yeah,
to see
he's-
on World Cup.
Yeah,
He
That's
is
what we wanna see
absolutely
from
enjoying
everybody.
himself.
he
I
really
remem-
enjoys playing this, and he just always sounds happy and excitable, even if he isn't on a very good run. He just finds his deaths.
He just finds his,
Yeah.
even if he makes a mistake, he just finds it funny. He's like, oh, what
なん
was
か今日優
that?
しい、すごい。
That was
Yeah,
so silly.
yeah.
He just
出て
shakes it off like that. Like
Yeah,
it's nothing.
I remember from last year. He was just constantly laughing, and it was like, "What are you laughing about?"
Yeah, he was constantly laughing at how stupid his mistakes were.
Yeah.
That's a good mindset to have, though.
It's a
Like
really
if you do
good
make a
mindset.
mistake in World Cup, you can just laugh it off and just keep going. You know?
Yeah, that's what I tend to do as well when I play,
Yeah.
because I find the stupid deaths funny.
Yeah.
The thing is, you can actually laugh on your deaths because of Autumn. Because Autumn just doesn't die. It doesn't require deaths. Other seasons are just so much more stricter. They require a lot of resources.
Yeah, they do.
So we can't laugh as much as we are.
Yeah, that's true. You're right.
Yeah. Other seasons are definitely much harder to get a clear with because you just have less resources to work with.
Yeah.
Autumn just wants to finish max, so it just can have a lot of lives and a lot of room for death, even if the deaths obviously can cost a lot of score. It's generally it won't cost you to clear.
Yeah.
You would have to die really many times to fill to clear with the money score.
And no death with Autumn is really run-ending either. Like, it eats into your score, but it's not like a total disaster. It's not like dying loses like 1 billion, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely true. That is not the same with spring or especially winter with the resource dumps even later in the game.
Yeah. But the advantage of the World Cup setting for any non-autumn season is that the runs don't take as long, so you can put more runs in. Like autumn just takes longer than all the others.
Yeah,
assuming you play all
everything.
Yeah, assuming you play
it takes
properly.
much more opportunity to milk stuff. But, yeah.
Don't gives a lot.
And so final spell here.
You can get like 8.5 for sure.
Yeah, 8.5.
Yeah, not quite on PB pace. Yo, Gastari, we've been doing a lot of jinxing without you. How you feel about that?
This is not PB pace.
Yeah,
not even close.
Just not there. About 100 mil below.
Yeah.
100, maybe 150 mil below, I think.
Yeah,
Gastari, we've been jinxing the runs in your absence. I hope you're happy.
Yeah. You changed my runs.
Yeah, Maribel. No, we didn't jinx you. We jinxed Hiro.
You did. You did. I was listening. I was listening.
What? No. Like, we jinxed the run. It was like stage 1.
Going to fight over whether someone was jinxed.
Oh, I love it.
This is the wholesome in TWC that we all want.
Yeah, this is exactly. THK is exactly right here.
Yeah.
Nah, we didn't.
Actually,
so,
maybe the clear bonus is just barely enough to like 8.6 or almost 8.6 actually.
Yeah.
Like, he has 5 lives, so I kind of got to take into account that that's 25 million.
25 million, about 35 million from the point items.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
it's gonna
yeah, that's 8.6. Assuming he doesn't spend his resources.
Why is this face spot?
Because it doesn't really matter too much for this. The first wave is easy enough that you can just let it time down anyway.
I mean, I wouldn't risk dodging this normally. I mean, it's not hard, but with
it's
nerves,
not hard, no, but
I'd go for the safe
spot. Go
spot.
for a strats with which.
Like, there's no reason not to, honestly.
Like,
why would you just guarantee it?
The entire spell is static from start to finish, and the only time that the aim bullets come in is the second phase, so you just know what to expect the whole time.
So, and honestly, while I expect Hiro to cap this, so while this is going on, is there anything you want to say, Ray, about your run in specific?
There's nothing more to be said, actually.
Okay, I just wanted to, give you the opportunity here. While we're going down this, going through the motions here on the autumn final.
Yep, on the last wave right now.
On the last wave, he should cap this. He's very,
he's
his
not
cap rate, and shouldn't be a problem.
I'm so far behind. He's still on third phase.
Well,
now he's
just
on
stream
fourth.
behind. Okay, it's fine. It's fine.
We're watching on the Touhou World Cup stream, not the TRS stream.
Yeah,
well, that's on me, I guess.
That's 8.6 for Hiro.
8.6 for Hiro.
Not a PB though, but it's
8.6.
Yeah, they'll just get over there.
Yeah.
Oh god,
on mine.
that was scary.
Barely.
Yeah, just barely. Alright then.
GG for Hiro.
GG.
GG's to all our players.
So those are going to be our final standings for
There's our
this
final
match.
players.
My
Final players,
gosh.
final standings. Team Japan taking the win. Team Japan
come
taking
on.
the win, and Team Japan moving into the lead on 20.5 points. China making up some ground on Team West. They have 18, but Team West still has 18.5 points, so Team West still in second place here. So first place right now, Japan with 20.5. Second, Team West with 18.5. And finally, China just behind on 18. So standing still extremely close. And this match right now that's coming up, Iron Survival, is going to be one that determines a lot, I think. Because we have 3 extremely strong players for this match, don't we? Hello? Yeah, like all the players all have multiple LNNFSs. Multiple.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
extremely strong match coming up. That's coming up pretty much right now. There it is on the screen. CWC
Yeah,
Kusama
15
Jovial.
minutes.
Yep.
Jovial,
the
coming up
commentary
in
is
15
going to
minutes.
switch right now.
Yeah, okay, so right now, thank you for having me, World Cup team. Thank you for having all of us do Hidden Star Scoring. We are going to change restreamers right now.
Yep.
And get a new
Thanks
commentary team
everyone
in.
for watching.
Yeah, we're going to get a new commentary team in for Iron Survival. So we will be right back. Do not go anywhere. Thank you all for watching Hidden Star Scoring, and we will come right back with Iron Survival. So don't go anywhere.